Hey, what's going on, guys? Brian here, Brian's Lawn Maintenance. Look at the cat track there. We're doing another video, bro.
Another video, back to back.
I know, ready to rock and roll. Well, maybe you guys saw Dylan's shop tour, maybe you didn't. If not, you need to check it out. We just got done doing a 22-minute long shop tour video with him. Really good time, actually. So while we were going through here, we hinted and kind of teased at the fact that he's got a, what is this, a Dingo XL?
Dingo TX-1000.
All right, we're gonna talk about it for a quick minute. So many of you guys are into landscaping, hardscaping. Dylan's got a great mow route, but he's trying to get more towards the solo cuts landscaping. He wants to get more landscaping work done. So he had the opportunity to pick up one of these before. I get a lot of questions about dingoes. I don't know anything about a dingo. So he's our expert today. You wanna take it away and show him what we got?
We can do that.
All right, let's go for it. What do we got?
All right, so like I said, this is the Dingo TX-1000. 1000 meaning it has it's rated for 1,000-pound lift capacity. You cannot maybe lift a little bit more than that if need to.
Sure.
But you'll know once you start getting to that point because you'll start to be a little more toe heavy. But anyways, wide tracks. The reason why we went with the wide tracks is it's a little more gentle on turf. You have a little more stability if you're going to pop out something that you kind of got to get after. It won't sink in the back end as much as you'll notice on a narrow track machine. They seem to want to because all your pressure is on the back bearing when you're trying to pop something out, so that just helps keep it from sinking down. Because sometimes you're digging out of mud, digging out of wet dirt, soft dirt, so it can get to sink a little bit. Yeah, we got forks for it. We have a set of pallet forks that can slide out and we can pull it out and show you everything. Then we also got a 4-foot tooth bucket there as well. So if you want, I can kind of pull it out a little bit, just so that way we can do a little walk around. And
this thing is awesome, man. Woo! Dude, that sounds nice. That sounds really nice.
Yeah.
That looks like a lot of fun, dude.
Oh yeah, okay, so just to give a little info on how we kind of came about getting this one. Like I mentioned in the video prior, we're right in between markets of Ditch Witch, Toro, and Bobcat. I've ventured into Bobcat, I've demoed them. Wasn't too huge of a fan of the standing platform. It seemed like it was a little narrow. And just not much wiggle room, which can be nice, but I also like to be able to feel free in a sense of what I'm doing. Ditch Witch was, just like everyone else, equipment's hard to come by right now, so they were booked out to, I inquired them probably March time, and I think it was August, September before I'd be able to get one at the earliest.
Okay.
So I just, by happenstance, I knew there was a Toro dealer down south for this, which I didn't know, actually. So like our lawnmowers by Toro, so that is a completely separate division of Toros. Like they don't even carry, like I could not get my Dingo through them.
Okay.
I had to go to one that was specialty for, like, I forget what type of compact equipment or something like that. So anyways, we went down there, and just by happenstance, a guy had just recently backed out. He had ordered it in the fall time. They had one readily available, and he said if I didn't take this one, basically it'd be same time, August, September, before I get my hands on one, and they wouldn't be able to lock me in on a price. So with how everything's going up in price, who knows, this thing could have been another $5-6 grand more by the time I'd get my hands on it.
Wow.
So we knew we were going to be using it, you know what I mean, with our job site, with the jobs we have lined up and the way we're going. And also too, like, this replaces 2 people. You know what I mean? Like, this does the work of 2 other people. So what this costs a month is 1 week pay for 1 employee.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So
and you decided to buy one, why? Because you're doing a bunch of rentals, you were saying. So
yeah,
take me through that mindset.
Yeah, so our rentals have gone up. How much we're renting a mini skid, each year that has gone up. So not only, you know, am I forking out money that's not going to anything of mine to the rental company, you have to play the game of, is it available? If it's not, you know, and you're trying to plan these jobs out, but
Weather.
you're trying to figure out, is it even available? Okay, it's not available. Well, now I got to postpone this job, but I already have material being delivered for it. Another thing is, you may get your hands on it, but guess what? You have it for 3 days and it rained 2 of it.
Right.
You still have to pay that cost.
Right. Great points.
I mean, there's a lot of benefits of just renting. I mean, there's a lot of stuff we still just rent because it's one-off, but we're to the point to where, like, I was going to be renting one for, like, our first 3 jobs. It'd be on site. Our first job was 3 weeks long. A mini skid would have been on site that whole time. I would have spent $2,500 just in rental.
Wow.
Like, just for that 3 weeks. 3 weeks of rental.
Wow.
That's 4 times the amount of a payment on one of these.
What quick question, and you can talk numbers or not, but what retailer, what do these go for? Like, you don't say what you pay, but what do these go for? I don't even know.
So at this rating, you're looking at probably 30 grand and up. I'll say that, depending on, for this weight capacity and more, you're starting at 30 grand up. Now that's through the people I inquired through with Bobcat, Dingo, and Ditch Witch. There's Vermeer, there's other brands, but like we don't have those around here, and I don't know what their price points are. But
can you that's actually good to know. Can you so how does this thing? What does it go up and down?
Yeah. So
I've seen them 100 times. Ironically enough, I've never been on one. I don't even think I've been on one at Equip, like at Expo.
Oh, okay.
I need to get out to the
this
actual
was
booth.
something that I liked. So each mini skid kind of has its own way of navigating, and I thought Ditch Witch was the most simple one. Just by the joystick that controlled it, okay, with Bobcat, I felt like it was like whichever way you turn the joystick, you kind of did opposite of that. So it was like I don't know. I guess back in the day, video games, like you had to reverse your
option on the controller.
But
that was perfect dark.
Yeah. So with this one though, which I was very surprised on how easy it is to maneuver. So to maneuver your tracks left and right, it's literally with the palm.
Okay.
I mean, it navigates this whole thing like that. And then this is your boom for your forks, bucket, whatever. Left, raise, lower, tilt, and lift. So, but as you're navigating, I mean, you're just standing on it here, navigating with that, and you hold on to this. This is your handle that you kind of just hold on to. But yeah, I was completely surprised with how smooth it runs. Like, because when I went to go buy this, I was like, well, let me navigate with it to see, because I was like, okay, like really just a little thing of a palm, and
that's simple.
It was ridiculous. I was like, okay, this is convenient, and it's so smooth, Just like I said, I mean, it takes nothing.
Can you fire it up in demo? Can you turn it on this floor, or do you have to be on turf? That's awesome.
I mean, they're super nimble.
Wow.
We run plywood highway, of course, across turf, because as gentle as they are, but like when you go to turn, you're not wanting to damage too much. So it's like, if like midsummer, I don't think we'll have to run as much plywood, just because the ground is pretty firm at that point. But like right now, with how wet it is and how much rain we've been getting, the plywood highway has been. I mean, I'll even take you by, because we're going to go check out a couple jobs. I'll take you by the one we just finished. It was a small job, but I ran this the whole way, and the guy was like, he's like, I don't know landscapes, but I love my turf. Yeah. And he had no idea that we even ran a mini skid. He was like, because he was out of town for 2 days. He was like, thank goodness I wasn't here when you busted that out, because I probably would have had a little bit of a heart attack.
Wow.
But like, you would never know that we ran a mini skid the whole time.
That is really, really cool.
So what's nice is the forks, not only just to navigate, pallets of material, whatever. Like when we're at a job, say we're replacing in landscape boulders, we can adjust these forks, slide them in and out.
Oh, okay.
Or we can literally place a boulder wherever we need to. We're popping up shrubs. Some of these overgrown shrubs, I can bring the forks in, come up, pop them right up. I mean,
that's all on Instagram the other day.
yeah, I posted a reel where we're popping one up.
Yeah.
And it's like, especially, you know, I always thought of these, which I still do, and it was still like, this is our biggest investment, I would say, for the most, you know what I mean? Like obviously buying a truck is a big investment. And not downgrading like a mower or whatever, but like this was our first, like, especially towards the goal of us going for the landscape thing, this was our biggest investment, and it was like, oh my gosh, are we ready for this? Are we not ready for this? Is it too early? But like after like some of the jobs we've been doing where it's just like,
couldn't live without it.
Oh my, like no, like you just use it for so much. Like I said, like instead of taking a shovel and trying to dig out these 15-year-old shrubs or more, spend it, like, okay, I had a guy comment on it saying I could have had that done, you know, with a shovel and toe strapping. He's like, well, I could have done it in like 15, 20 minutes. I did this in less than a minute, and my back wasn't, like, I wasn't, you know, beat up afterwards or anything like that, and I did it in less than a minute. Hauled it from the bed right into the back of the truck into the dump insert.
Can't beat that.
So, I mean,
can't beat that.
And like you can get multiple attachments for these. You can get augers. It's like when, like, which is something we'll eventually get into.
Tree planting, yeah.
Oh yeah, because we're always installing like 15-gallon plus, you know, ball and burlap trees, whatever. That way we can do that. But right now we'll just rent the attachment if we need to, because they're not cheap. I mean, your attachments aren't cheap, but
we can always rent them too if you need to.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yep, we can rent it. Any of the attachments really we ever need. And like this opens up so much opportunity. Like things that like before I'd be like, oh, that's a little much, you know, like especially because like not having equipment or whatever. But then now it's like you can do grading work with these. You know, you can. I mean, it's almost like endless what you can do with them.
Well, there you go. Well, Toro, we'll send the check to the P.O. Box of Solo Cuts.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
If you guys want to get one, if you guys want one, tell them Dylan sent you, and they'll give you 25% off, right? So
that's right. That's right. Yeah, 25% off.
Something like that. So, all right, guys, we'll button up right here. If you didn't see the shop tour here with Dylan, make sure you guys check it out. It was a really, really good time. We covered this whole area here and over here in Springfield, Ohio, and just a really good time hanging on a weekday afternoon as I'm interrupting his whole work day. But the Toro Dingo, this is the TX-1000, and just a quick little review on it. And maybe one day we'll get back down here and show you guys some actual use in the field. But if you guys want to pick one up, check one out, or whatnot, let us know in the comments. What do you guys think about them? And maybe go check one out at a Quip or your local dealer. So, Dylan, thanks again, brother. We appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, guys.
All right, we'll see you guys here on the next one.